From Cape Fear Community College, it's the Region 10 Women's Basketball Championship game. The top two seeds meeting for a trip to the national tournament. It's number 2, Bryant and Stratton, the Bobcats at 26-4, 19th ranked in the country, taking on the top seed, Cape Fear Sea Devils at 24-1 and 20th ranked in the country. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Let's get to the starters, and then we'll set the stage for this championship rematch. First for Bryant and Stratton and Coach of the Year, Cornell Parker, it's number 2, Janiah Pickett. Number 3 is Liv Bodenheimer. Number 4, Rakyla Jones. Number 5, Yvette Sandifer. And number 20 is Haley Harris. And now for Taylor Todd Williams and Cape Fear, one change today. It's number 0, Nevaeh Farmer. Number 1 is Jada Cameron. Number 5, Demaya Pfeiffer. Number 10, Romani Robinson getting the start today. And number 21, Miracle Vaught. Cape Fear reaching this point, defeating Richard Bland in the quarters 62-39 and winning by 17 over Southwest Virginia in the semis. And for Bryant and Stratton, they won by 31 against Guilford in the quarters and then won by 19 yesterday against Cleveland. They shot 50% in the game and had 13 steals, another high assist game as always for the Bobcats. They had 20 assists on 26 field goal makes. The Bobcats have assisted on 81% of their makes in this tournament. Bryant and Stratton and Cape Fear met in last year's Region 10 final. Bobcats won it 55-48 for their first ever championship. This year, the team split the regular season, both winning at home. Cape Fear won 62-56 November 17th. Bryant and Stratton won 59-53 on January 12th. In the Cape Fear victory, the Bobcats were held to a season-low 29%. Cape Fear had 23 steals in the game, 6 by Farmer, 5 for Cameron. As the tip is going to be controlled, fought for, and won by Liv Bodenheimer, and we're underway. Now, back in January when Bryant and Stratton won by 6, the Sea Devils had their season low. They were at 29%. Bobcats shot 45%. Bryant and Stratton plus 13 on the glass. So it depends who's going to make some shots here. Each team had their season low in their lone loss against one another. Good ball movement here for Bryant and Stratton. Jones cut off, swings it out. Harris for 3, no good. And Farmer chases down the rebound. So Sea Devils get a stop. We don't expect high scoring. Both of these teams are 2 of the top defensive teams in the country. And we expect, much like we had in the championship game last year, 55-48 was the final. I'm thinking we're going to be in the 50s here today. Extra pass is deflected and out of bounds. So it looks like we got a little miscommunication. Jakia Brunson is in the starting lineup, and I had Vaught as a starter. So it's Brunson, not Vaught, starting here today. This is Pfeiffer. Robinson with 24 points in the tournament. Shot clock winding down as you hear the crowd. Farmer couldn't get it to go, and Pickett throws it ahead to Harris. Trouble with the pass. Pickett wasn't ready for it, and it's a Sea Devil steal. Farmer with their first pick. Farmer has 25 in the tournament. Brunson with 27. Here's a steal by Jones and a transition foul there to break up the easy bucket that the Bobcats were sure to get. Rakyla Jones averaging 5 steals a game. Jones had a bunch of steals in the quarterfinal game against Guilford. Sandifer to inbound it for the Bobcats. It's Pickett out deep. Pickett with 19 points so far here in the tournament. Farmer guarding her. Top of the key, it's Sandifer. Jones to Harris. Bodenheimer, 12 to shoot for the Bobcats. Liv will drive off the glass too strong. Bunt. Brunson the rebound. Brunson looking to push. Bobcats getting back. Everybody leaves Brunson, or jumper no good, and Jones pulls down the rebound. So scoreless opening couple of minutes here in the championship game. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Harris for 3, got it to go, and Bryant and Stratton strikes first. Harris 11 points in the first 2 games. She's hit a couple of big threes for the Bobcats here in this tournament. And she's got the Bobcats out to a 3-0 lead. Cameron now on the far side of your screen being chased by Bodenheimer. And Liv's going to be called for a blocking foul. So both teams with an early team foul. Championship game last year was definitely a slug on offense. Both of these teams are so locked in defensively. Finding an open Cameron, Cape Fear. 3-ball, no good. Bodenheimer, the rebound, gives it right up, though, and it's put up and in by Robinson. So Robinson scores the first bucket for Cape Fear in the championship game. Bryant and Stratton leads by 1. Sandifer with the handoff to Pickett. Pickett attacking. Pickett blows by the defense. Can't score, though, and Brunson collects. Farmer attacking. Swings it out. Cameron will try another triple. Get it to go. Cameron came in with 15 in the tournament. We have our first lead change of what we expect will be many. So both teams settling in. Jones spinning, double teamed, it's poked away. Jones gets it back. The reverse scoop, no. Cameron the rebound. And coming from behind is Jones again. Boy, Jones and Farmer and Pfeiffer, as laying it up and in is Sandifer for 2. Some of the best pocket pickers in the country on this national stage. Farmer averaging 3 steals a game. Robinson's good too. She gets it down low and banks it off the glass. Robinson's second basket. So Sea Devils on top by 2, 7-5. We're 4 minutes and 5 seconds into the championship. Jones throws it up, draws contact. It'll be the second team foul on Cape Fear. Cape Fear has struggled a bit offensively in the first 2 rounds in the first half of both games. They actually trailed Southwest Virginia by double digits in the semifinals yesterday before just clamping down defensively. I mean, clamping down. They hit them to 12 points in the second half of that semifinal game. Jones 69% at the line on the season. 12.2 points per game. Almost 7 assists per game for Jones now. These are updated stats as Bryant and Stratton into the championship game. And missing both free throws. Free throw shooting off for Jones at the start. Ball trickles out on a tip. Here is Cameron over to Robinson. Robinson gets around 1 defender, met by 2 more, and traveled with the basketball. Bobcats allowing an average of 54.7 points per game. During the regular season, Cape Fear averaging 55.7. So their defenses, like I said, been on point all season long. Pickett to Bodenheimer. Sandifer on the left wing. Nearing the midway point of the opening quarter, it's Jones on the elbow. Swings it back out to Harris. 6 to shoot. Jones will fire from deep and bury it. Jones has 25 points in the tournament. Well, 28 now. Sea Devils looking to answer quick. Cameron is stripped. In transition, Sandifer fouled. And Yvette Sandifer will go to the line on the 3rd team foul on Cape Fear when we come back. 2 lead changes, 1 tie in the first 5 minutes and 13 seconds of the championship game. And right now, Bryant and Stratton leading by 2. By 1. 4:47 to go here in the championship game, opening quarter. Chris Sheeman back with you at the home studio in Ohio. Taking the temperature of who's out there, the poll question, who you got? It's a simple one. Who you picking in the championship game? Right now, the free throw is not falling for the Bobcats. They have a 1-point lead. It's 8-7 as Sandifer misses her first. Yvette Sandifer with 2 points today came in averaging just under 12 a game, 54% at the line, and Bobcats are 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. So Cape Fear gets the stop. Half-court trap is on here for the Bobcats. No trouble for the Sea Devils. This is Cameron attacking, swinging it out to Brunson for 3. No good. Rebound controlled by Jones. Here is Sandifer to the bucket. No. Shakira Reddix has come into the game for Bryant and Stratton. As Farmer attacks, top of the key, it's Robinson for 3. He gets the friendly bounce. Robinson with 7 of the 10. And she has been on fire here in this tournament. Robinson with 24 points. Wisdom Banks also in for Bryant and Stratton. So Banks and Reddix. Harris still out there, Jones and Sandifer. Another steal for the Sea Devils as Cape Fear forcing yet another turnover. And it's Farmer's second steal, I believe, already here today. Brunson to Farmer. Robinson. Brunson swings it back to Farmer. 12 on the shot clock for Cape Fear. No changes out of the media timeout. Pfeiffer attacks. Pfeiffer draws contact, and it'll be a foul on Wisdom Banks. Second team foul on the Bobcats, and Cape Fear can extend its lead here. 3 lead changes, 1 tie already. Robinson has 7 points. Jones for Bryant and Stratton, and Harris both with 3 points each. Maya Pfeiffer, 63% at the line this season. Rims in the first one. 11 points coming into play in the tournament for Pfeiffer. She has done a lot of the little things well as well. We need, and I've said this before, as Pfeiffer gets 2, Cape Fear's biggest lead now is 4. We need, with all the analytics and everything, like we need an extra stat, like a little thing stat. Turnaround shot in the lane, being aggressive, Sandifer scores. So Sandifer's been looking for her offense here in the early going. And now it's a steal by Jones. Jones throws it ahead. Sandifer spins, lost a handle on it, and it's off her and out of bounds. So Bryant and Stratton with the turnover. Cape Fear again against the trap, able to break it, no trouble. Robinson nearest us, it's Farmer at the logo. That's poked away by Jones. Nifty hands by Jones. Makes the extra pass. Wisdom Banks lays it up and in. Banks, who came in with 19 in the first 2 games. Here is Farmer to the rim. Farmer comes up short. Reddix has the rebound. And now it's a steal. Steal by Robinson. Extra pass out. It's Brunson in the corner. Buries it. Cape Fear back on top. 14-12. We're inside 2 to go here in this opening quarter. Wisdom Banks into the front court for the Bobcats. Jones on the near side. Jones hesitates. Now she attacks and lost it out of bounds. Bodenheimer and Pickett come back in for Bryant and Stratton. Reddix, Jones, and Banks stay out there. For Cape Fear, it's Janelle Sindab. She was scoreless in the semifinal, but she went off in the quarterfinal game against Richard Bland for 13. So she's out there. Farmer, Pfeiffer, Robinson, Brunson, and Sindab buries it from the corner. First bucket for her, 16-12, Cape Fear. Minute 12 to go in the quarter. Jones thought about the deep three. Swings it cross court. Banks down low. Extra pass by Reddix. Now they swing it back to Banks for three. Got it. It's a two-pointer, not a three. Bryant and Stratton within two. Sindab top of the key, back over to Farmer. Brunson's been camped out in that corner. Now they go back to Farmer on the wing. 9 to shoot for Cape Fear. Pass goes awry. It's another steal for Jones. Jones to the hoop, lays it up and in. Jones now with 5. We are tied. 3 ties, 3 lead changes in the opening quarter. So far, this championship game has lived up to expectations. Harris is back in the game for Bryant and Stratton. Cyan Lewin will come in for Cornell Parker's team as well for the first time. Liv Bodenheimer back out there. Pickett and Banks. That's the 5 right now as the Bobcats continue the shuffle. Last shot of the quarter here. Attacking Pfeiffer, hung it short, got it back, tips it out. At the buzzer, it's Sindab, no good. And we are tied at 16. High energy, good first quarter here in the championship game between Bryant and Stratton and Cape Fear. We'll be back with the second quarter from Wilmington in just a moment. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you. By the way, the recruiting video promo that you see is part of that little promo as I shamelessly self-promote myself. Going to give a discount. I'm running a $25 off discount right now. I'm going to add more of a discount onto that for any Region 10 player who needs a good recruiting video. As we start the second quarter here in the championship game, Cape Fear with the turnover. Change for Taylor Todd Williams' team as Malaya Jackson has come in. So Jackson in to start the second quarter. No changes after Bryant and Stratton made some late subs at the end of the first. It's Lewin attacking. Lewin cut off, out to Pickett. Pickett with 10 to shoot, gets it out. Wisdom Banks with 4 points already. Make it 6 for Wisdom Banks as Bryant and Stratton retakes the lead. 3 ties, 3 lead changes so far in this game. No team has led by more than 4. It's lived up to expectations so far. It's been a fun one. Sindab. Here is Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer backing down over a double team. Swatted by Harris. Ball poked around. Cape Fear keeps it. They say possession change. They get a fresh 30. Brunson doesn't need any of that, though, as she buries a 3. Brunson now with 5. Cape Fear back on top. Lewin attacks. She's stripped by Farmer. Boy, Farmer and Jones have been picking some pockets. The runner no good by Sindab, using the baseline. Pickett got the rebound. Now Banks into the front court. Banks with 6, Jones 5, Sandifer has 4. For Cape Fear, it's Robinson with 7, Brunson with 5. Lewin attacks. Lewin rejected, and that's going to stay in bounds. Recovered by Farmer in the corner. Brunson from way downtown. They don't pick her up. She can't make them pay, and then it's off Jackson out of bounds. Miracle Vaught will come in now. Jackson goes out. And it looks like Sandifer is back in for Bryant and Stratton. Bodenheimer, Harris, Sandifer all in the front court for the Bobcats. And it's Banks and who else? Pickett. That's the 5 for Bryant and Stratton. Wisdom Banks. Pickett to the bucket. Lays it up and in. Her first points. Bryant and Stratton retakes the lead. 5th lead change. 3 ties. A steal now by Banks. Banks going to the hoop. Yes, and the foul. Bobcats have a chance now at the free throw line to match the biggest lead of the game for either team at 4 points. Wisdom Banks is 67% at the free throw line. She's already up to 8 points. She had 19 points in the first 2 games combined. I don't know about my prediction of this game being in the 50s. Both these offenses have really shown up. Banks is going to depart as Jones comes back in. 9 points off the bench for Wisdom Banks as she gets big applause from Coach of the Year Cornell Parker. Brunson on the far side, backing down over Bodenheimer. Bodenheimer blocked it. It's Vaught out to Farmer. So Vaught with the hustle play. Farmer's first basket of the game. Jones now on the wing. Farmer 27 points now in the tournament. Attacking is Pickett. Pickett cut off. Sandifer on the elbow, back to Pickett. 10 to shoot. Sandifer got tied up. Is it a jump ball or a travel? They call it travel on the Bobcats. I was taking the temperature of the room. It looks like it's a slight edge to Cape Fear, judging by the poll so far. So far, Bryant and Stratton has a 2-point lead. 5 ties and 3 lead changes. Correction. 3 lead changes, 5 lead changes, and 3 ties. Oh, my God. Did you get any of that? Farmer is starting to heat up. She now has 5 quick points. Cape Fear back on top. And let's try this again. 6 lead changes now and 3 ties. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Almost a steal there. Staying with it. Sandifer attacks. Tough angle there. Jones pokes it away from Cameron. Throws it down low. Pass was high, and Pickett couldn't handle it. So Cape Fear back on top by 1. They'll go back on offense. So it's Robinson with 7, Brunson and Farmer with 5 points each. Banks has 9, Jones with 5, Sandifer with 4 for Bryant and Stratton. Cameron to Farmer on the far side. Here is Vaught. Wanted to give it up. Jones hounding. And we got a foul called on Jones. Jones didn't like the call. Both teams with a team foul with 5:46 to go in this second quarter. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Can't inbound into the backcourt as Taylor Todd Williams. Teachable moment in the championship game. There's always teachable moments any time of the season. So a mistake there by Cape Fear. Harris on the far side, so Harris back in. Sandifer nearest us. Jones from the elbow, and is it offensive or defensive? I believe it's going to be a foul on Cameron. So Jones didn't like the call against her. Now Cameron has beef. Second team foul on the Sea Devils. And it'll be Sandifer the inbound. Jones going back door over Vaught. Got it to go. Tough bucket there for Jones. She's up to 7 in the game. And we ping pong again. 7 lead changes, 3 ties. Sindab. That's going to be poked away. Saved by Jones. What a defensive play there. Rakyla Jones alertly kept that in play somehow. And now the Bobcats back on offense. Just past the midway point of the second quarter in the championship game in Region 10. Winner going to Joplin. And Pickett thought that the defender poked that away, but the official says no. Cornell Parker is real hot. As the turnover will give it back to the Sea Devils when we come back. 4:47 left to go until halftime. Bryant and Stratton leads by 1.
As a Cape Fear grad, you have options. Maybe too many options. Are you ready? Get started at Cape Fear today.
And the Grammy goes to Pecados y Milagros by Lila Downs.
Thank you so much, Mama, for feeding me through my belly button the wisdom and the strength to love through music. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Viva Mexico.
4:47 left to go in the game, and it's Bryant and Stratton leading at 25-24. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Thanks for joining me for this Region 10 championship game. Winner gets the automatic berth to Joplin and the NJCAA D2 women's tournament. I had kind of speculated during the quarterfinal games a couple of days ago that because both of these teams were top 20, as Jones has yet another steal here, lays it up and in, +1. So we were speculating that because both of these teams were top 20, that if they reach this championship game, that they would get berths. As Maggie Hawley comes into the game for Cape Fear, Pfeiffer also in. And I talked to 3 different athletic directors about this. One of these 2 teams. And they both, and all 3 basically said that is not necessarily the case. And it's basically, it potentially is a win or go home for both of these teams. So even though they're top 20, Jones, unbelievable. She has yet another steal. How many steals does she have? I got to see if somebody can get me that info. Bodenheimer going to travel. It's actually, there's a lot of logistics in small college athletics with, who gets in and who goes where, and most of it has nothing to do with like the national office. So it's not like if both of these teams don't go, it would be because they're not deserving. It's just that there's a whole lot in small college athletics that people don't really understand. So, for example, SEC tournaments going on right now. Like, we know that if LSU loses in like the quarterfinals, like Kim Mulkey's going to be in March Madness, right? They'll get a berth. Not necessarily the case here. So it really could be a win-or-go-home situation, even though both of these teams are in the top 20 in the latest poll. And again, it has nothing to do with selections or anything like that. So I just wanted to clear that up. Basically, you want to win this game is what I'm trying to tell you, if you want to go dancing. So the officials were talking there about the most latest play and the foul that was called. We do know Cornell Parker is going to get an explanation, but it does look like it's a common foul, as the Bobcats were asking for something a little more flagrant. But I mean, I was yakking, but you could kind of see clear as day, two players going after the basketball. That's not, that's a foul. Play on. Let's go. 14 fouls now for Cape Fear, 1 for Bryant and Stratton. As we'll get back to live action here in just a moment. But the defense is really starting to pick up here for the Bobcats. And if you're Cape Fear, you have got to communicate with one another when you're passing the basketball. And if somebody's behind you, you got to let your teammates know if somebody's coming from behind. Because it's been Jones, it's been Sandifer, just picking pockets. That's going to be a travel on Jones, who's now in double figures, by the way, with 10. So Jones has 10, Banks with 9, Sandifer with 4, 3 for Harris, 2 for Pickett. For Cape Fear, Robinson with 7, Brunson and Farmer have 5 points each, 2 apiece for Cameron, Sindab, and Pfeiffer. As down low, putting it up and in is Farmer. So Farmer now up to 7 points for the Sea Devils as they cut their deficit down to 2. Jones passes it out. Pickett now gets the handoff from Sandifer. Driving, stripped. It comes right to Jones. Couldn't get the bucket. Tipped for the rebound. Pickett has it. Now out to Bodenheimer. Bodenheimer backing down. Lost the handle on it. And Farmer is fouled. Second team foul on Bryant and Stratton. Wisdom Banks is going to come in for Liv Bodenheimer. Banks, what a performance off the bench already with 9 points. She has been high energy in the championship game. Brunson from Farmer. Here's Vaught. Brunson over a double team. Too strong. Rebound by Pickett. Pickett. Cape Fear sprinting back defensively. Nobody picking up a Sandifer. Jones back out to Pickett. There's Banks. Banks. Oh, beautiful finger roll by Wisdom Banks. Farmer out to Brunson. Brunson's been hot from behind the arc. Not that time. Farmer, the offensive rebound. Maggie Hawley for 3. Got it to go. Cape Fear is within 1 with 2:24 to go until halftime. Pickett over to Jones. Jones gets a screen. Now out to Harris, the screener. Pickett attacking. Pickett blocked. Banks is there again. Banks swings it out. Pickett pull-up. The midi is too strong. Chasing down the rebound was Sandifer, and we got a clock issue. Wisdom Banks ate her Wheaties this morning. Good Lord. She has been a ball of energy here in this championship game. The officials are going to go over to the scorer's table and get the shot clock issue squared away. Meanwhile, still 7 lead changes and 3 ties. Bobcats clinging to this 1-point lead with the basketball here in the first half of the championship game. I think they're going to decide to leave it where it is, which is at 14, I think. I can't quite. It's just cut off a little bit. So inbound goes to Pickett. It's actually 17 it was. So now it's down to 12. Pickett driving on Hawley, gets around her and puts it up and in. 2 more for Pickett. Bobcats lead by 3 again. Minute 30 to go in the half. And that pass goes awry. I'm not sure if that was a spacing issue. Pfeiffer was the passer, but Vaught and Brunson were in that same area. Sindab's going to come into the game for Pfeiffer. So Bobcats basketball, they lead it by 3. Bryant and Stratton trying to become back-to-back champions in Region 10, winning their first ever title a season ago. Wisdom Banks loses the handle, and it's out of bounds off her. Maggie Hawley. Farmer gets double team, needs some help, and it's going to be a 10-second, timeout call. Timeout called by Cape Fear with 1:03 left to go in the half. We'll step aside and salute the all-region team in Region 10 this season. Okay, so Cape Fear calls timeout. They got to get it across here. Chris Schumann, glad to be back with you. 32-29 Bobcats. Holly, and that's going to be a 10-second violation. I'm not sure why Cape Fear was so lackadaisical. Like, they called the timeout to stress the sense of urgency to get it across, and they just didn't seem to care. So Bobcats get another stop inside a minute to go. It's Sandifer going right side. Hand off to Wisdom Banks. It's Pickett on the wing. Pickett into the lane. Pickett blocked but fouled by Farmer. That's the 5th team foul on Cape Fear. 2 shots upcoming now for Pickett. Pickett, 50% free throw shooter this season. She's up to 5 points here in the championship game. Pickett, 6 points in the championship, 25 points in the tournament. 47 seconds left to go. Bryant and Stratton, this is the biggest lead of the game. It's been that close, 5-point lead. Down low they go quickly to Robinson. Robinson blocked. Recovery by the energy ball. Wisdom Banks making another stop. Pickett almost lost the dribble. Now Banks gets it out deep. About 6-5 second difference game and shot clock here, so Bobcats can run some time. Down the 10, they get it to Jones. Jones into the corner. The three is no good by Harris. Ball poked around, and it's off Cape Fear. So Bryant and Stratton is going to have 8 seconds and change to work with here to get a final shot again. Extra chance opportunity here for the Bobcats. Mentioned rebounding was a strong suit for Bryant and Stratton in the lone win against Cape Fear during the regular season. Bobcats were plus 13 on the glass. Jones will fire from way outside, and it's off. Cape Fear will dribble it out. And Bryant and Stratton takes a 5-point lead to the locker room here at the Region 10 championship game from Cape Fear Community College in Wilmington. Your score at the half, Bryant and Stratton, the 2 seed, leading the top seed Cape Fear 34-29. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with all the second half action. Don't go too far.
When I was 4, my dad had a bad accident that resulted in him needing 24-hour care. Through helping my grandma clean his incision sites and bring him food and water and just keep him company, I found that I really have a passion for caring for others when they need it the most. I knew when I wanted to go back to nursing school that I wanted a program that had such a strong reputation, and I knew that was going to be Cape Fear. There is a shortage of healthcare workers, and a big hurdle I know I personally faced was funding. I want to get out there and I want to work and help, but it's hard when you feel like it's impossible with wondering how am I going to make ends meet, if I can really do this financially. I was made aware of the scholarships from the New Hanover Community Endowment at orientation, so I went home that day and applied for every single scholarship that I was eligible for. Having the generosity of the New Hanover Community Endowment really makes healthcare education accessible and allowed me to fully commit to going back to school. When you are states away from your family and you're supporting yourself, to then suddenly have this community supporting you, it means the world. I'm looking forward to getting to work at the hospital here and serve this community and being able to pay back what's been given to me. I owe so much to Cape Fear, and I owe so much to this endowment for helping me pursue what's been a lifelong dream of mine.
Welcome back to the Region 10 Women's Basketball Championship game. It's Bryant and Stratton 34, Cape Fear 29. Bryant and Stratton had 34 at the half yesterday, and they're at 34 and a 5-point advantage here today as well. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Scores in the first half for Cape Fear, 2 players with 7. It's Nevaeh Farmer and Robinson. Then Brunson has 5, Holly with 3. And then 3 for Cameron as well, 2 for Sindab and 2 for Pfeiffer. For Bryant and Stratton, it's Wisdom Banks leading all scorers with 11. One other player in double figures in the game, it's Rakyla Jones with 10 points and like a million steals. And Pickett with 6. Harris with 3, Sandifer has 4. So that's your first half scoring. As we're underway here in the second half of the championship game, winner goes to the national tournament. Joplin, Missouri, and it's going to be off Cape Fear to start things off here in this third quarter. So Bryant and Stratton will have 20 on the shot clock. Sandifer goes backdoor to Jones, and Jones is fouled. Really the only weak part of the game so far for Bryant and Stratton has been free throw shooting. Jones will go back to the line. And we're going to get an early sub here as Vaught departs and Jackson comes in for Taylor Todd Williams in Cape Fear. So Jones up to 35 points in the tournament, 10 here today, and misses the first. So 1 out of 2 for Jones. Bryant and Stratton, this is the biggest lead of the game if you're just joining us. 7 lead changes and 3 ties in that first half. As Cape Fear breaks the pressure. Farmer on the far side goes cross court to Cameron. Farmer bounce pass over to Jackson right wing. Top of the key, it's Robinson. 10 to shoot for the Sea Devils. Good ball movement, finding Jackson down low and able to get it to go. Jackson with her first bucket. Cape Fear within 4 as we're underway here in this second half. Zone right now for the Sea Devils. Driving is Sandifer. Her pass deflected. Jones able to recover. 12 to shoot. They're running at Jones. She finds Bodenheimer top of the key for 3. Buries it. Liv Bodenheimer puts Bryant and Stratton up by 7. Biggest lead of the game for either team. Cameron backs it out. Farmer up top. Farmer right of the lane. Swings it out. Open look, Brunson. Short on the triple try. Farmer, the putback, no. Fight for the rebound. It trickles out to Robinson. Robinson, third crack at it here for the Sea Devils, and they cough it up. It's Sandifer with the steal. Sandifer stripped by Brunson. Throw ahead goes to Farmer. And Farmer will back it out. So Bryant and Stratton had enough players back to put the kibosh any fast break opportunity. Farmer now on the right wing with 12 on the shot clock. Open look for Cameron. Hit a 3 early in the game for her lone basket. Couldn't get that one to go. Harris had the rebound. She got tied up, but they called a foul on Robinson. Second team foul on Cape Fear already in the opening 2 minutes and 5 seconds of this third quarter. So Jones and Banks now tied for the game high with 11 points each. 22 of the 38 for Bryant and Stratton from those two. As I mentioned at the start of the game, Bryant and Stratton has assisted on 81% of their field goal makes here in this tournament. Pickett to Bodenheimer. She'll try it again. Bury her second triple back-to-back. Liv Bodenheimer with 6 quick ones. The lead is 10 for Bryant and Stratton. Cape Fear's got to settle in offensively and get themselves back in it. Just one bucket so far. Air ball that time. Rebound controlled by Jones. Jones turns on the Jets into the front court. Pass out to Pickett. Pickett will back it out now. Sandifer swings it out. Pickett for three. It's good. It is all Bobcats here in the third quarter. They're out to a 13-point lead. Brunson tries to answer, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and it's Jackson with her second basket. Farmer another dime. No team led by more than 5 in the first half. Bryant and Stratton has gone up double digits here in this third quarter. Splitting the defense, Sandifer. Bodenheimer heat check time. Off the back iron that time. Jackson aboard. Brunson has it poked away by Harris. It's defense for the Bobcats. Here's a three, no good. Bodenheimer offensive rebound. She's got the size, couldn't get the flip shot, and it's off her fingertips and out of bounds. These two teams split the regular season, and in the Cape Fear victory, Bobcats were held to a season low 29%. In the Bryant and Stratton victory, Sea Devils shot a season low 29%. And Taylor Todd Williams is going to make some subs here. For the first time, Yamori Hardison will come into the game. Sindab is out there. Pfeiffer returns. And Robinson. Monica Surratt is in. My apologies, not Robinson. Surratt, who looking for Sindab, and it's a steal. Wisdom Banks has come into the game. So Banks making an immediate impact. Pickett attacks. Pickett off the glass, no. Surratt had the rebound, and she's fouled by Pickett. First foul of the quarter on Bryant and Stratton. Nearing the midway point of the third quarter. It's been dominated by the Bobcats, and we got a travel and another turnover for Cape Fear. Bryant and Stratton has outscored Cape Fear 10-4 here in this quarter. Banks going to work. Banks still getting jiggy with it. Banks has 13 in the game. Where did that come from? It is 1998 in my brain today. Here's Farmer attacking. Farmer able to answer for Cape Fear. Farmer now with 9. (46-35). It's a steal now for the Sea Devils. And the layup is good. For Cape Fear, that was Hardison and her first field goal here in this tournament. It's Cape Fear within single digits. Jones, yes, and the foul. So Jones with 13, Banks with 13, timeout on the court, 4:31 left to go here in the third, and Bryant and Stratton's lead is 11.
When I was 4, my dad had a bad accident that resulted in him needing 24-hour care. Through helping my grandma clean his incision sites and bring him food and water and just keep him company, I found that I really have a passion for caring for others when they need it the most. I knew when I wanted to go back to nursing school that I wanted a program that had such a strong reputation, and I knew that was going to
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Jones with 13, looking for an old-school three-point play, and she gets it now. A game-high 14 for Jones, who is without a doubt the player of the game thus far. Defense and offense. There's another tip. Even when she doesn't get a steal, she's active defensively. And Cape Fear just cannot figure out Bryant and Stratton's press right now. They can't take care of the basketball. Banks, pull up left of the lane, in and out. Rebound controlled by the Sea Devils. It's Cameron with the board. Brunson for three. All batted out to Cameron. Cameron, two players running at her, and she's fouled. Second team foul on the Bobcats. Surratt over to Cameron. Taylor Todd Williams going to the bench trying to find some answers here. Oh, what a ball. I thought that was going to go in, and it just rattled out for Sindab. A tough break for her. .12-point lead, 3:20 to go. Jones going to work again. Jones over a double team. Couldn't get it to go. Bodenheimer came over the back there. Ball goes back to the Sea Devils. They're down by 12. Harris back in. Bodenheimer departs. 6 points in the game for Liv. Cameron on the far side. Sindab back to her. And they play hot potato, getting it into the front court to Brunson on the wing. Brunson backing down. Defender fell down. She banks it off the glass. Cape Fear within 10. Banks 2:40 to go in the quarter. Hands off Pickett. Sandifer back to Banks. Pickett fakes the three, had it poked away, got it back on the ground. Ball swung out to Banks for three. It's an air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Good defense there by Cape Fear. Sea Devils just able to break the press. Hardison draws contact. Fourth team foul on the Bobcats. So if you're Cape Fear and you're trying to work yourself back into it, getting in the bonus would be helpful, and they're one foul away from that. Hardison has struggled from the free throw line this season. Hit 1 out of 2 in the tournament. So Hardison up to 3 points. Got them both. So Hardison with 4 off the bench. Cape Fear is within 8. Banks on the far side, and that's going to be a kickball. So they'll put an extra second on the shot clock. It'll be at 20. As Sandifer will inbound on the far side of our screens. Pick it out deep with 9 points. Sandifer looking down low. What a dime. Got it to Harris for 2. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. Minute 56 left to go in the championship game, and it's the Bobcats leading by 10.
As a Cape Fear grad, you have options. Maybe too many options.
Where's Napoleon? That gets a buck for bus.
Get started at Cape Fear today.
And the Grammy goes to Pecados y Milagros by Lila Downs.
Thank you so much, Mama, for feeding me through my belly button wisdom and the strength to love through music. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Viva México.
51-41 Bobcats championship game here in Region 10. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. It'll be Cape Fear basketball as most of the second unit is in. Cameron and Brunson, the two starters out there. Hardison able to regather on a couple of tips as Bryant and Stratton has been pesky, to put it mildly, defensively today. Surratt, nice cut, finger rolls it in. So Cape Fear within 8. Minute 24 to go until halftime. It was a close first half. Bobcats have been able to separate themselves a little bit here in this second. Pickett runner, no. Surratt the rebound. Minute 7 to go in the quarter. Sindab attacking, and Sindab was looking for contact, but was really trying to force too much, and luckily for her, it was deflected by the Bobcats. Bodenheimer will come in for Pickett. Pickett departs with 9 points. Bodenheimer enters with 6. Cameron in to Hardison. Hardison's done a nice job here in this third quarter with 4 points. Brunson over to Cameron. Shot clock is down to 9 for Cape Fear. Hardison with 5 on the shot clock. It's tied up. They'll call a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Cape Fear with just 2 on the shot clock. Farmer comes back in. Sindab will depart. So again, shot clock doesn't reset on the jump ball, so Cape Fear gonna have to go quick. Cameron, nice cut by Farmer, couldn't score. Rebound by Banks, and they play it on. It's nice officiating. So just sometimes I see them blow the, the 30-second shot clock violation when the other team has the basketball already. That punishes the team for playing really good defense. Shot clock down to 9 here as the Bobcats running some clock late in the third quarter. Jones cooking again, and she's fouled again. So Jones will go to the free throw line. Both teams with 4 team fouls. A game high 14 for Jones. They're going to say she wasn't in the act of shooting. So foul on the floor, and no bonus yet. So it'll be Sandifer the inbound. Shot clock is off. Jones goes quick. Gets the offensive rebound. Runs some time. Took that shot. It's a bad shot. Throw ahead by Farmer. Hardison for 2. And that's a big 4-point swing at the end of the quarter. We'll keep an eye on that as we go out throughout the fourth quarter, but Cape Fear settles down, cuts the deficit down to 6. It's 51-45, Bryant and Stratton, as we go to the final 10 minutes here in the championship. Fourth quarter in the Region 10 Women's Basketball Championship game, and it's Bryant and Stratton 51, Cape Fear 45. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Don't forget, stick around after the game. We may do this on a separate stream, but we will have the entire post-game ceremony, the cutting down of the nets and all the fun stuff. And again, that may be on a separate stream. Right now, Bryant and Stratton 10 minutes away from the title, led by as many as 13 in that third quarter. Cape Fear settled down. It's a 6-point game now. Sandifer, bucket off the back iron. Surratt with the rebound. Boy, Surratt defensively, Hardison offensively. I mentioned the depth earlier in the tournament. Cape Fear, that was the difference from a season ago. Cape Fear didn't have a lot of bench. And the starters struggled at the start of the third. Taylor Todd Williams went to the second unit, and a couple of them have really responded nicely for the Sea Devils. Brunson with 7 points in the game. Farmer has a team-high 9. Looking down low for Brunson, forced that pass. It's a steal by Banks. Banks into the forecourt. Banks the runner. It's going to be an offensive foul. Two quick fouls on the Bobcats at the start of this final quarter. Keep an eye on that. Farmer and Cameron. Cameron double teamed. It's tipped. You can go into the backcourt. So Farmer gets it to Cameron. Cameron, almost picked up that pivot foot. Brunson from the half circle rims it in. Brunson has 9. Cape Fear within 4 now, right back in the game. Nice fight here by the Sea Devils. Now if you're Bryant and Stratton, got to respond. You've given up this extended run. Time to dig in, get a bucket. Sandifer takes it far side, 8 on the shot clock. It's Jones. Jones tossed to the corner to Banks with 3, with 2. Nobody's aware of the shot clock, and they're not going to get a shot off. Somebody's got to communicate. I didn't even see anybody talking on the bench there. You're right by your own bench. Somebody's got to communicate. Get a shot up. Nice defense, though, by the Sea Devils. And they can further erode this lead. Farmer to Hardison. Swings it out, Brunson, the rainbow 3, no good. Rebound by Harris. Harris with 5 points here today. Banks into the front court. 2 minutes into the final quarter. Jones with 14, Banks with 13. As Jones gets the handoff, 10 to shoot. Back out to Banks, extra pass, and it's Sandifer, no good on the 3. What a rebound there by Pickett. Out to Jones in Rhythm. Yeah, got it to go. 17 for her. Lead back to 7, trying to answer quickly. Cameron does. 5-point game. For Cameron, that's her first bucket since the first quarter. Banks on the right wing. Jones on the left side. Jones, what a pass. Oh, leaving it for Harris. Beautiful dime. Harris with 7. Bobcats by 7 again, and coming right back. We got a whistle here. Hang on. Let me double check this. Somebody is down on the court out of our peripheral, so that's why they stopped the play there. So we'll step aside with Cape Fear trailing by 5, 6:49 to go here in the championship game. Okay, so let's regroup a bit. Before that timeout, Cape Fear went quick. Cameron scored on the cherry pick. Jones was down, and Jones is currently on the bench getting looked at. Huge loss right now for Bryant and Stratton, with Jones a game-high 17 right now out of the game. So other players got to step up here. Pickett going to work. Pickett hangs it short. Rebound to Surratt. Farmer into the front court. Farmer blows by the defense and scores. She's in double figures. Sea Devils, it's a one-possession game. They trail by 13. 6:13 left to go in the game. Right back where we thought we'd be. Couple of 6-point games during the regular season as Pickett was looking for the whistle. Extra chance opportunity for the Bobcats. 4 minutes and change into the final quarter. Wisdom Banks out deep with it. Banks goes left side. Harris has had timely buckets. What a pass by Harris. They just get the shot off. Rebound controlled by Surratt. So Farmer walks it up. Cameron being aggressive here in the final quarter. Couldn't score that time. Pickett the rebound. Stayed in bounds somehow. Sandifer pushing. Sandifer with numbers. Here is Harris stepping left. Couldn't get the three to go. Sandifer's got an offensive rebound. And Bryant and Stratton will settle things down here. We're at the midway point of the championship game's final quarter. Bobcats have led in this second half by as many as 13. Right now, it's just a 3-point game, 4 to shoot. Wisdom Banks, and Wisdom Banks got fouled. No, she's called for traveling. Traveled before the contact. We're going to go to immediate timeout. 4:50 left to go, a one-possession game in the championship. You can't ask for more.
As a Cape Fear grad, you have options. Maybe too many options. Are you ready? Get started at Cape Fear today.
Good news, Bobcats fans. Jones has checked back into the game. As Bryant and Stratton right now clinging to a 3-point lead. They're back in their full court press. Farmer with 11 in the game. Lone player in double figures for Cape Fear. Farmer attacking, leaves it for Surratt, lays it up and in. Sea Devils within 1. In the first half, we had 7 lead changes and 3 ties. Bobcats led by 13 out of the gate in the third quarter. Sea Devils are coming back. Let's see if the Bobcats can respond here. Sandifer, looked like there was a lot of contact there, but they will inbound instead. Jones misses. Tipped rebound comes to Brunson. Cape Fear can take its first lead here in the half. Cameron. It's Farmer. Out to Brunson for the lead. No. tipped for the rebound. It's going out of bounds, and Bobcats tried to save it. Good hustle by Jones, but ran out of real estate. .359 to go in the championship. Inbound was tipped, and it's going off Brunson and out of bounds. Bobcats get a big stop here. Pickett into the front court. Bryant and Stratton's offense has gotten a little stagnant here. Let's see what they come up with. Pickett with 9 to shoot, splits the defense, lost the dribble. Not enough players touching the basketball on the offensive end for the Bobcats, and the jump ball possession era will go back to Cape Fear. Looking to retake the lead, the Sea Devils. Again, they have not led here in this second half. Farmer, Cameron, Surratt, Hardison, and Brunson. 5 on the floor. Surratt on the wing, Brunson between the circles. Zone for the Bobcats. Cameron attacks, strip, but getting it back, I thought, Farmer, and then it's taken back by Harris. Banks will back it out. Banks almost lost the dribble, able to gather, and now Bryant and Stratton will set up the offense here. It's been a while since they've made a bucket. It's been a long while. Here's Pickett trying to change that. Blows by the defense and scores. Bobcats lead by 3. 2:34 to go in the championship game. Surratt is fouled. Monica Surratt will go to the free throw line. How about this freshman? Stepping up big. Inserted into the game and given an opportunity to shine. And now she can earn it at the free throw line. 72% from the charity stripe on the season. That was the first bucket for Bryant and Stratton in 5.5 minutes, by the way, as Surratt now up to 5 points. So the Bobcats went through that long scoring drought, but they still have the lead. Surratt trying to make it a 1-point game, missed it. Fight for the rebound. They're going to call a tie-up, and it'll be Bobcats basketball. Pickett into the front court. Jones, game high 17. Looking for 19, can't get the bounce to go, but tips it out to her teammate. Extra pass, it's Banks for 3, no good. Fighting for it, Harris put back, no. Cameron the rebound, it's poked away from her, and we have a whistle. If it's on Cape Fear, it'll be their first. If it's on Bryant and Stratton, it'll be team foul number 3. It's on the Sea Devils, so we'll stay with the Bobcats here. 2-point game in the championship. Gotta love March. Banks to inbound. Almost the full 30 to play with here for the Bobcats. Goes Sandifer, correction, to Banks. Now this is Pickett out deep with it. And off to Jones. Banks drives in. Banks splits the defense and scores. 15 for Banks. Bobcats 2-possession game now, minute 35 to go. Driving, what a pass by Farmer, too strong by Hardison. Rebound controlled by Jones, and she traveled. Jones was looking for a foul. Instead, they call her for moving that pivot foot. Cape Fear with a minute 26 to go gets a break. Brunson calls for it. Brunson thought about it. Attacks, extra pass, Hardison short. And now players diving for it, and it's going to be a timeout, I believe, called by the Sea Devils. They'll have 2 timeouts left with a minute 19 left to go in a 2-possession game. We'll be right back. Cape Fear calling for time. They have 2 left. Bobcats have 3. Minute 19 to go in the championship. Sea Devils basketball, they're down by 4. They have 24 on the shot clock. Hardison to Surratt. Handoff goes to Farmer. Farmer cut off on the baseline. Needs some help. Her teammate fell down. Are they going to have to burn another timeout here? Yeah. That's huge, because now Cape Fear has just 1 timeout left. So we'll go away once again here, and we'll be right back. Well, if you want to order any pictures from the tournament, Karen's the official photographer doing that. Meanwhile, 14 on the shot clock. Sea Devils had to burn 2 timeouts on this possession. Really need the score here now, because you only have 1 timeout left to advance the ball, and they get fouled. That's fine if you're Bryant and Stratton, even though it's up against the shot clock, because it's just the 3rd team foul. So Farmer will inbound again. It's Surratt, Brunson. Farmer gets around 1 defender, swings it out. Hardison, the runner, comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Surratt had it poked away. Going to the ground is Jones. And they're going to give the ball to Bryant and Stratton, and they will call timeout with 50.6. I believe that's going to be a timeout for the Bobcats. If it is, they'll have 2 left. And we're going to step aside once again.
Welcome to the future of education, where knowledge is not just acquired, but experienced, where students become makers, problem solvers, designers, and innovators as they develop the skills that will shape their future. Welcome to CFCC. Welcome to the modern classroom. Explore the limitless possibilities of learning. Shape your future. Learn more today at cfcc.edu.
So it is a full timeout here in the championship game. Bobcats will have possession. They can advance the basketball. I don't know if they will. They don't really need to. They have a 2-possession lead. It's a 4-point game, 60-56. The Bobcats in control of their destiny here right now, leading by 4. And credit Bryant and Stratton. They went through, I mentioned this, a 5.5-minute stretch in this 4th quarter where they did not score. They did not relinquish the lead. It's been a huge defensive battle. By the way, the full post-game ceremony will come up after this is over. And we're going to have a separate link for that post-game ceremony. So the winning team cutting down the nets and all that. We're going to have all of that festivities for you. And again, that will be on a separate stream. So keep that in mind, that we're going to go away from this stream. We'll bring you the post-game ceremony on a separate stream here on the Sea Devils channel. Cape Fear might start fouling to extend the game here. And that is the second team foul. So they've got a ways to go to get them into the bonus. So they have to keep fouling here if they want to extend the game. Really, I mean, you've got time 2 for 1 here. You can play straight up. But the Sea Devils, I think, want to play aggressive and at least get closer to the bonus. As you see right there now, 3 team fouls. So a couple more, and it'll be free throws for the Bobcats. So Taylor Todd Williams, I think, is going for, like, let's just extend this as long as possible. They're running at players, going for the steal. Brunson called for the foul, and it looks like she took the worst of it. So Brunson got hit in the face after the foul. And now next one will put Bryant and Stratton at the free throw line. And that's going to be a turnover instead. It's off Pickett. Bryant and Stratton keeps leaving that window open for the Sea Devils here. Cape Fear is going to call for time. 37 seconds left to go. That is their final timeout. I'm surprised they're using it here. But we will step aside once again, and we'll come back here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 37.4 left to go. 2-possession game. Plenty of time here for Cape Fear. Going to the hoop is Farmer. Couldn't get the bucket. Farmer tries to tie up. They call a jump ball. Quick jump ball call there. And it'll stay with Cape Fear. Hardison, Surratt, Farmer. Got to get going. Farmer to the hoop. Too strong. Rebound by Harris. And now you got a foul if you're Cape Fear. It's a 2-possession game no matter what with 19.2. And they do commit the foul. It's going to be Pickett, who will go to the free throw line. So if you're the Bobcats here, don't turn the ball over. Hit your free throws. And this game is yours to lose. It's going to come down to if it is Bryant and Stratton that's able to survive this, as Hawley comes back into the game. Robinson is also back in. But it's really just going to come down to that big third quarter run for Bryant and Stratton. They took a 5-point lead at halftime. They were able to build it out to a 13-point lead in the third. Pickett hits the first free throw. It's still going to be a 2-possession game no matter what. But keep in mind, even though you can advance the ball in the women's game, Cape Fear had to burn 2 timeouts on 1 possession. They are out of timeouts. So Pickett now with 13 in the game. No, correction. That last free throw went out of bounds. 5-point game. Holly will fire for three. Can't get it to go. Another rebound. Will the Sea Devils foul here, or will this do it? They will foul. 2 free throws will ice this for the Bobcats, and Bryant and Stratton is 7.2 away from going back-to-back. And it's fitting that Wisdom Banks is at the free throw line. Jones played her tail off. Banks was really the energy in that first half for Wisdom Banks, who's now up to 16 points. Such a tremendous effort by her today, and she can now match Jones for the game high. She does, and this is over. Farmer into the forecourt. Farmer pass tipped. It's a steal by Jones, a fitting end to a championship day for Bryant and Stratton. The Bobcats go back-to-back. It's Bryant and Stratton, the champions of Region 10, as they beat Cape Fear. The Sea Devils fall today to the Bobcats, 63-56. Bryant and Stratton wins game number 27 of the year. And they win Region 10. They will be the automatic berth into the national tournament in Joplin, Missouri. Congratulations, Cornell Parker and this Bryant and Stratton team. Up and down, I mean, you know, in junior college basketball, there's a lot of turnover. But for this sophomore group, for Bodenheimer and Jones and Sandifer and Wisdom Banks, unbelievable effort here today for them. So the Bobcats are the champions of Region 10. Once again, folks, all of the post-game festivities are coming up next here on the Cape Fear YouTube channel. We're going to sign off on this broadcast. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. Enjoy the post-game ceremony. Again, that'll be on a separate stream here on the YouTube channel for Cape Fear coming up in just a few moments. Congratulations again to the Bobcats. Cornell Parker's team wins it again. Back-to-back champions, Bryant and Stratton. So long, everybody. Enjoy the celebration.